Hi folks, welcome to another members only edition of Just Off the Highway. This is your special bonus content and it's my way of saying thank you to you for your really generous ongoing support. I'm at the Walter Sisulu National Botanical Gardens near Witpoortjie in Krugersdorp, which might be the location of lost treasure. Not one, but possibly two hoards of buried gold. The road to X marks the spot takes us back to the year 1900. The Second Anglo-Boer War has broken out and British forces are advancing on Johannesburg and the goldfields. In the chaos of retreat, a constable of the ZAR mounted police, whose name is Van der Merwe, makes a rough, hand-drawn map of the area believed to be the Witpoortjie Gorge. It claims to show the location of 5 bars of gold secretly removed from the Transvaal State Treasury, smuggled here and buried. It's a fortune that would be worth about $3.25 million today. The directions on that note are simple. From the entrance to the property, you walk 60 yards, about 55 meters, and then you look for a rock on which the letters VDM have been scratched. VDM stands for Van der Merwe, the constable's initials. I've looked, it's not that one. Maybe over here. No, it's not this one either. Once you find the rock, go 600 yards, 548 meters. Dig, get rich. Except there are several problems that you'll encounter. First, Van der Merwe died in 1902. He never verified or explained what he drew. Second, he gave the sketch to a relative who didn't believe the story and let it lie around for at least 30 years before anybody began to take it seriously. Third, this was all private property, so getting permission to dig wasn't automatic and sneaking around on somebody else's land was dangerous. And finally, entrances have changed over time. Finding that rock is not so simple. If you find the rock, is it still in the same place? And even if it is, you have to measure 600 yards, but the diagram didn't clearly show in which direction. In the 1930s, some rumours begin to appear in the press. The owner of the note and his son-in-law are now more convinced. They begin searching. They find the rock, but not the treasure. Slowly, they narrow the search down to the waterfall. Now another man arrives on the scene. His name is Van Vieren, and he claims that a clairvoyant told him where to look. How or why he teams up with the original searchers, I don't know. But they dig at the bottom of the falls, even installing a pump to stop the trench filling up with water. They haven't struck gold yet, but it seems they do discover a different story about another Anglo-Boer War stash of gold. This new information involves a gold mine called Shamdor, which is southwest of where we are right now, just a few kilometers that way. It's prime gold mining area with famous mines like Randfontein and Doornkop. The legend tells that in the days before the British forces reached Shamdor mine, a manager gathers up all the gold that's on site, the stuff that hasn't been completely processed, and escapes with one accomplice to help carry it. And they bring their loot to, where else? The waterfall, and bury it somewhere at the base. The story says that the manager murders his accomplice to protect his secret and hides the body with the gold. He joins the Boer forces, intending to return after the war, but he's killed during the war and never gets a chance to collect his prize. So there are possibly 2 treasures under the same waterfall? Or is it one treasure with 2 cover stories to hide the crime? Or are there just 2 tall tales speculating about acts of loss and looting that happen in the fog of war? We'll probably never know. This place is now a nature reserve. It's highly unlikely that permission would ever be granted to dig. Besides, the evidence is too flimsy. The original team made several attempts and uncovered nothing to support their theory. Except Van Vuuren did report one important find to the police. It seems that while they were digging, they discovered a thigh bone, a human thigh bone, buried underneath that waterfall. Thanks again for supporting Just Off the Highway. Please consider converting your contribution into a membership on buymeacoffee.com/lprodgers. Think of it as an investment in the future by investing in the past.